Welcome to Children Love Storytime. Today's story is a fairy tale called Cinderella. Once upon a time, a girl called Cinderella lived with her stepmother and two ugly stepsisters. Cinderella's stepmother and stepsisters were cruel. They made her do all the work around the house, while they did nothing. Cinderella was the name they gave her because she slept among the cinders and ashes by the fire. Cinderella dressed in rags and clogs, while the ugly stepsisters wore beautiful dresses. One day, the girls each received an invitation to the handsome prince's ball. Cinderella was thrilled to hear about the ball, but her stepmother said, "You are not allowed to go to the ball, Cinderella. But you will have to help your stepsisters get ready." The day of the ball came and the ugly stepsisters were getting dressed. "Fetch me this, Cinderella. Fetch me that, Cinderella," the ugly stepsisters said. Cinderella wished she could go to the ball with them. She felt very sad and started to cry. After they left, Cinderella continued to cry. But then something magical happened. Cinderella's fairy godmother appeared. "Don't cry, Cinderella. You shall go to the ball," she said. "Fetch me a pumpkin from the garden, 2 white mice from the cellar, and a rat from the yard." Cinderella found them all and placed them on the ground. The fairy godmother waved her magic wand. In an instant, the pumpkin became a glittering carriage, the mice 2 magnificent horses, and the rat a finely dressed coachman. Then, with a touch of her wand, the fairy godmother turned Cinderella's rags into a ball gown fit for a princess. Her wooden clogs became the daintiest of glass slippers, and Cinderella was ready to go to the ball. "Enjoy the ball, Cinderella, but you must be home before the clock strikes 12. Because the spell will be broken at midnight," warned the fairy godmother. When Cinderella arrived at the ball, she looked so beautiful that her ugly stepsisters did not recognise her. Everyone wondered who this lovely young girl was. The handsome prince danced every single dance with her, and Cinderella had never been so happy. But soon it would be 12 o'clock. As the clock began to chime, Cinderella remembered what the fairy godmother had said, and she ran quickly from the room. The handsome prince ran after her, but all he found was a glass slipper. As she ran into the distance, Cinderella's ball gown turned back into rags, and her carriage became a pumpkin again. The white mice scurried back to the cellar, and the rat followed them home to the yard. The morning after the ball, the handsome prince was determined to find the girl whose foot the glass slipper fitted. He did not know her name, but he knew he loved her. He was going to visit every house in the land in search of his princess. He searched far and wide, without any success, until finally he came to Cinderella's home. The ugly stepsisters each tried on the glass slipper. They pushed and pushed their toes into the dainty shoe, but their feet were much too big. "Do you have another daughter?" the handsome prince asked Cinderella's stepmother. "You mean Cinderella?" laughed the ugly stepsisters. "But she only wears wooden clogs." Cinderella was called in from the kitchen. She put the glass slipper on her foot, and it fitted her perfectly. "At last I have found my princess," said the handsome prince. The handsome prince whisked Cinderella back to his palace, where they lived happily ever after. And the ugly stepsisters, they were green with envy.